Joel Embiid has been diagnosed with appendicitis and will undergo surgery this afternoon in Houston. Further updates will be provided as appropriate. That statement from the 76ers yesterday, as we were all sort of shocked to see another injury for Joel Embiid. And I cannot stress this enough, Coley. Sometimes we label people as injury prone and we look at the people and make that their fault. This is just yet another strange and staggering blow to the health for Joel Embiid. I genuinely, my heart breaks for him because you're talking about somebody that's going to be remembered more for the time he wasn't on the court than the time he was at this point, Coley. And this is such a shocking and jarring moment for him and also for the 76ers this season.
Yeah, I mean, appendicitis isn't like, oh, he went out and he strained his hamstring running up and down the court. I mean, this is a more serious injury. If you want to even use the word injury, it's not really an injury, it's a health issue. It's glad to hear that the surgery went well, that he is on the mend, and that he will eventually be back into form. We'll see exactly how long that takes. But yeah, this is just a case of bad luck. It seems like every time we hear of something involving Embiid in terms of an injury standpoint, it's something that's kind of a freak occurrence, including this situation right here. It's one of those things also where at one point in my career, I was a general assignment reporter. So I covered a number of different sports, different teams all over the planet. But being based in the Northeast, I was sent to Philadelphia a lot. And it seemed like every time I was sent to Philadelphia to cover the Sixers, it was something Embiid injury related. And I can't right now in the moment, I'm not thinking of all the injuries that he had at the time, but I remember seeing him getting his back stretched out 20 minutes before tip off because the back was in so much of a tough constraint. And the assumption is, oh, this is an injury prone player. This is something that is his fault. He's done something wrong. No, it's just the body is what the body is, and again, you see what the updates there on appendectomies. Grant Hill is one of the names. We were talking about this the other day. One of the names that always jumps out to me when I hear of injuries like this, whether it's an appendectomy or even a serious knee injury that takes a long time to recover from. We wonder what Grant Hill's career would have been if it hadn't been for some of the injuries that he went through and time out of the league that he had to endure. But this is a different case for Embiid, and this is something where, again, like you said, you have to really send out your heart to the player, hope for the player to get back in some regard, and hope that his team can find a way to manage without him, because this isn't just an injury where he did something wrong running up and down the court. This is a little more serious than that.
Yeah, it sort of rubs me wrong when you hear, you got some fat dude on his 18th bag of chips calling Joel Embiid a bum because he's not able to stay healthy. And it's like, it's not always that simple. That's just some people are cursed. So let's get into one of our favorite things we like to do on this show, which is a little NBA triple threat. So we're going to give you a take, and then we're going to figure out from that take, are you shooting it? Yep, I want that. Are you dribbling it? I'm a coward. I need more time. Or are you passing it? I want nothing to do with it. And we'll stick with the 76ers. The Sixers can get past the first round without Joel Embiid while they wait for him to get healthy. You shoot, pass, or dribble. That hot take.
Oh man, I am. I know what I just said about Embiid, and again, my thoughts are certainly with him. But I am probably passing this with a no-look pass behind the back, Jason Williams and one style, because I am just not able to see the Sixers getting out of the first round. I'm not even able to see them getting out of the play-in, to be honest. And a lot of that has to do with some of the way that they have been playing down the stretch, even without Embiid. They lost their last two games coming into this weekend here. And the Magic, on the other hand, are rolling. And the Magic are a team that Philadelphia could play in that play-in. The Magic having won 4 games in a row, potential for a fifth coming up Friday night. So we'll see just what shakes out with this play-in. I just haven't been very high on the Sixers. I know they started the season really hot, and it seemed as if, okay, this might be a team in the East that will make some noise by the time we get to this point of the year. But I'm just not seeing it. I feel like this is one of those kind of gut-punching moments that can define a team's trajectory. Can this team respond and rise up given the adversity that one of their stars is facing? I'm just not seeing it right now.
Yeah, I like being a beacon of light in a dark, dark world. And I was ready to shoot this, but much like real basketball where I shoot it and then somebody just slaps it right back in my face, I feel like this can't be shot. I feel like I went to shoot and I was like, oh God, I'm scared. And then it just turned into a turnover. I can't buy into it for all the reasons you just mentioned. I have tried to find a way, but not every play-in team is built the same. For example, as we now know, after the loss last night to the Rockets, they're tied with the Hornets for the 8th seed. Hornets, I do believe, can figure out a way to be disruptors in the playoffs. But as good as Philly looked in the first, let's say, month of the season with that young backcourt playing so well, I would love for them to be able to recapture that magic. It just feels like it's a little too late for all of that to come together. So I'll say that I wanted to shoot it, but I don't want to get it rejected. So instead, I'm going to pass it, and I'm going to give it right to Coley and hope that he can make magic happen.